Can you really hire an assassin on the dark web? That's a question that sends chills down the spine and yet piques morbid curiosity. The dark web is often seen as a mysterious, uncharted territory of the internet, notorious for its illicit activities. Among these are alleged websites that offer the unthinkable, a marketplace for hired killers. These sites claim a global reach, ready to carry out orders anywhere in the world. The prices for such services? They're not for the faint of heart, ranging up to a staggering $100,000. Names like Super Silent Snipers, Besa Mafia, and Vanetti Mob are whispered, each one a purported den of assassins offering services from assassinations to kidnappings, even hacking. Yet, as sinister and alarming as these claims are, one must wonder, but is there any truth to these claims, or are they mere urban legends fueled by sensational journalism? Enter Chris Montero, a British system administrator with a knack for uncovering the truth. Chris has made a name for himself by exposing the people behind the facades of these so-called assassin websites. Let's delve into how he managed to do this. Montero's mission began when he started noticing patterns in these websites' designs. The same structure, the same language, the same bizarrely specific prices. He began to connect the dots, realizing that many of these sites were likely run by the same individual or group. Montero used his skills to trace back the origins of these sites, eventually pinning down a scammer who was creating these websites as a way to deceive naive individuals. Now, how does this scam work? Well, it's pretty straightforward. The scammer sets up a website, offering services such as assassinations, kidnappings, and hacking. The prices for these services are often astronomical, ranging from $1,500 to a whopping $100,000. The scammer then waits for a customer to fall into their trap. Once someone places an order, the scammer takes the money and disappears into the digital ether. There's no assassin, no service, just a clever scammer with a pocket full of stolen cash. Despite the scammer profiting immensely from these deceitful operations, the consequences for the clients who fall into these traps can be severe. Law enforcement agencies across the globe are constantly monitoring the dark web for illegal activities. Anyone caught attempting to hire an assassin through these sites could face serious legal repercussions, including lengthy prison sentences. In the words of Montero himself, these sites are nothing more than a collection of scams run by scammers for scammers. They're a dark corner of the internet where the naive and the desperate are preyed upon by the cunning and unscrupulous. So the next time you stumble upon a site offering such services, remember Chris Montero's words and steer clear. So, what does this mean for the supposed ability to hire assassins on the dark web? Well, let's just say the reality is murky at best. The authenticity of websites claiming to offer such services is highly dubious. These sites, their names often as ominous as the services they purport to offer, are shrouded in mystery. Take, for instance, Super Silent Snipers, Besa Mafia, and Vanetti Mob. They present themselves as brokers of dark deeds, from assassinations to kidnappings and even hacking. The price tags attached to these nefarious services are as chilling as the tasks themselves, supposedly ranging from a mere $1,500 to a staggering $100,000. However, the likelihood of these sites actually delivering on their promises is another story entirely. These websites are more likely to be elaborate hoaxes, urban legends fueled by poor journalism and the human fascination with the macabre. These sites might be profitable for the scammers running them, but for the naive individuals who fall for these tricks, the cost could be far greater than any sum of money. Legal consequences await those who attempt to hire assassins through these sites. Some have even been investigated or convicted for falling into this dangerous web of deceit. In essence, while these sites might paint a tantalizing picture of a dark underworld where one can hire an assassin with the click of a button, the reality is far less cinematic. The dark web, as it turns out, is not a convenient marketplace for contract killers. It's a playground for scammers, exploiting the gullible and the desperate. While the dark web may be a murky realm of illicit activities, the reality of hiring assassins online remains a highly questionable and potentially dangerous gamble.